Hello and welcome to Byte Sized. I wanted to continue discussing Apple's legal troubles. If you aren't that much in the video game world, you might not have known this, but Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite, sued Apple. They sued Apple because the developers were telling users a different way to buy V-Bucks, their in-game currency, than in the iPhone app. They did this because in-game purchases, when the app is in the App Store, Apple takes a commission of 30%. Epic Games didn't want to pay, and they wanted to save the users some money, so they did try some cheap moves and were telling customers to buy it out of the app. And in doing so, they were removed from the App Store. As a counteraction to being removed, they sued Apple. In the case, Apple won 9 of the 10 counts brought up. After appeals and going to the Supreme Court, Epic Games was forced to pay 27% of sales from the 7 days that Epic Games directed customers away from in-app purchases to make up for the money they tried dodging from the 30% commission. And Apple was forced to allow apps to put links to other sites to do online transactions. Apple had a similar issue with some music streaming services. Multiple streaming services directed users to better option price-wise outside of the App Store. Once again, the EU said they couldn't stop that from happening, so they stopped blocking the music apps from notifying the users. Another case was brought up on behalf of 1,500 UK developers. They sued Apple for having unjust commissions since it has a monopoly over iPhone and iPad app distributions. This allows them to make the market rate fees for apps higher, which makes it more difficult for UK consumers and developers. It is a slew of antitrust complaints and is worth around $1 billion. None of this is really new. Big corps have been doing this since they were created, but luckily through time they've been cut down and put under control. Unfortunately, this hasn't happened in the tech world yet, and luckily it is, because it is getting crazy how much of a hold some tech companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, and others have on parts of the tech world. Thank you for listening. This has been Bite Sized.